Maybe this makes me vain, but there's this thing that I find I used to do a lot. Oh, hi. You almost got my face. There's this thing that I used to do a lot, and sometimes I still do it. When I'm on dating apps and I'm swiping on people, there are people that I look at and I think they're attractive, yes, but are we compatible? And knowing myself as well as I do now versus how I didn't used to then, I know the answer is probably no, but I still swipe. And I didn't understand why I do that when I know that is not going to necessarily go anywhere and it's kind of a waste of both of our times. Like, I'm very, very real with what's on my dating profile. I talk about the nerdy stuff. I talk about my ADHD. I talk about my video games and my streaming and the motorcycles, and that I'm very independent and I'm busy a lot. And I also like to homebody a lot, right? Which sounds great for a lot of you. I know a lot of you are like, yeah, that's perfect, that's wonderful. Some people are like going out to the bars all the time. Some people are going golfing or whatever, or traveling a lot, and traveling and stuff, and that stuff is fine, but I'm not in that position currently in my life where I'm doing that. So I put that information out there. And if they didn't read through my profile and see what I've put out there of my reality, and they still choose to swipe me, like, that's on them at this point. So that brings me to my next point. These swipes are purely ego. I think it makes me a little vain. I like to think of them as ego matches to see if these people who I think are attractive but not necessarily a good match for dating would also find me attractive. And like, I don't know why I still swipe on them, but it also, like, acknowledging that they are not going to be a good match and still swiping, and then when they do swipe, you're like, yeah, I'm still hot, I know it, but we're probably not going to ever meet up. Or if they do plan to meet up with you and then ghost you or bail, it doesn't hurt because you're like, it was an ego match anyways. It certainly wasn't going to go anywhere, so, like, no skin off my teeth. Just me? Anyone else do this? Does anyone else make what I like to call ego matches on dating apps? And they're not for seriousness. They're just ego. I mean, if we meet and it clicks and they're cool, then we're cool. But, like, I'm going to be honest, that is pretty much a zero ratio. Like, that almost